A guy has curly hair.
Dear Evan Hansen, quack, 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 quack. Welcome to Off to Broadway, the podcast where we deep dive into anything and everything musical theater from the comfort of my car. I'm Stefania.
I'm Tara.
And if you can tell by me doing the intro, today is a special day because we are celebrating Tara's birthday. Mine doesn't make noise. Okay. Which means we had to have our behind-the-scenes collaborator with us today. Welcome, Shara, to the podcast.
Hi! I haven't missed a Tara birthday party yet, so can't start now.
That's not true, but...
I mean, I do have a track record of, like, randomly being away every single year for your birthday.
Yes.
Spill the cheese.
So we'll just ignore that. But I had to be here this year.
All in the same city, and yet we're still
not together.
One year, this is a random story, but one year I was out of town for her birthday, and my mom, without me knowing, dropped off balloons outside Tara's house, because, like, my mom knew how bad I felt that I wasn't in town, but, like, didn't tell me. And then, later, like, Tara, like, sent me this picture, and she's like, did you do this? And I was like, no. And, like, she literally spent the whole day being like, who put these balloons? And, like, at, like, 5 p.m., my mom's like, did she like them? And I was like, what?
Let it be known, I have no other friends. So when it was announced that Shara was not the person that gave the balloon, I was very confused. We were all wondering who, like, the secret admirer might be, because
like, who dropped the balloons?
I have no other
friends. And then
friends.
it was just Shara in the end.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't even Shara. It was Shara's mom. But thanks, Susan.
But
all
now
those years
I learned
later.
my lesson, and I show up for your birthday.
Exactly.
Well, by the time it gets to your actual birthday, maybe we can at least have a socially distant backyard hang or something. Okay?
The rules have changed. 5
The
people
rules.
from different households allowed outside.
Can't wait. Okay, well, to start us off, Tara's a Gemini, obviously. And we just wanted to highlight a few famous people who are Geminis.
Wow,
Number
do you
one.
guys know... Wait, do you guys know who shares my birthday? Who's my birthday twin?
Angelina Jolie? Is that who?
That's, like, the biggest one, I think, of all the celebs.
Is pretty iconic. When we get to my birthday, we'll find out...
He's also iconic.
He's the person who shares my birthday, an icon. But other Geminis, Neil Patrick Harris, a Gemini.
Oh, I actually never knew that.
Idina Menzel, a Gemini.
Also never... Oh, wait, these are not June... I'm in my head, I'm like, all
not
of these
June
people
4th.
have birthdays on June 4th.
No. Geminis, okay?
Got it.
Geminis. Astrology.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande, a Gemini. So you have the same star sign as all these famous people.
Since we couldn't have a party in person, because in Ontario we still have a lockdown for a while, we thought we would still have a party live on the podcast, but we thought it would be fun to talk about what we normally do for our birthdays. So Tara, if it wasn't a lockdown 2 years ago, far, far distant past, what would we be doing?
2 years ago. I'm trying to think what we did 2 years ago for my birthday.
I know what we did 2 years ago on your birthday. We came to your house and watched the Jonas Brothers documentary that came out that day.
I think you're right. Oh my God.
I'm 100%
that was
right.
the birthday that I had the, like, 2-liter bottle of Prosecco. Do you guys remember that?
Maybe?
And we had to drink it, because, like, obviously you can't put it back in the fridge, because 1, it's 2 liters, and 2...
Goes flat.
Yeah, so... I'm pretty sure you're right. We did watch the Jonas Brothers Happiness Begins tour on Amazon Prime. Watch it,
Yeah.
Still there.
I mean, that's on brand for us, I believe you.
Yeah, that was their Jonas Brothers year, so...
Yes, because we'd just come back from Chicago that weekend.
Oh, you're right.
And then it was the Tuesday, we just came back to your house and watched the Jonas Brothers documentary. Wow.
You're right.
Can't believe
That's
we forgot
100%
that.
Right.
I have no
Can't believe
memory
we
of this,
forgot.
but I believe you.
Definitely
Anyway,
what we did.
so I did want to point out that we do have a drink that was delivered to each of our houses. Tonight.
Steph is presenting it in the correct way. That is the correct glass.
So,
Martini glass?
Well, I mean, it's not... I mean, we shouldn't tell everyone that it's a candy... Or whatever, poison apple martini. It's supposed to be green elixir from Wicked, hence the green. But when I Googled that, it didn't come up. So we have a poison apple martini, and Steph's the only one that has a proper glass.
I asked if it was absinthe because, as we know, absinthe also green, but this would be a different kind of podcast if we were drinking
That would be quite the podcast if it was absinthe.
So on that note, I almost thought of that because I made a list of like what drinks from musicals I could like make as like our drink for the podcast, and absinthe was on there from Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
But also I put drain cleaner from Heather's because like in my
Oh my
head,
god, the blue slushy. Yes. Wow.
right,
That's
okay,
fun.
but no. I put drain cleaner as in like Heather Chandler, and Steph like writes back being like, why wouldn't we just do a slushy?
I mean, I think even if you did the like drain cleaner theme, it could still be a slush.
Right, exactly. I thought it would taste fine.
Sure. Okay, so I think it's time for our first game. Does that sound right? So this first game is a tried and true classic that we always play. It's called Scattergories. It's a tradition. Pull out your Scattergories card, Tara.
We're kind of like well, not reverse categories, I guess. But this game, we have the same 10 like traits like that are musical theater related, and then we'll have a random letter. But we're not using like category cards. It's gonna be musical theater related.
Well, these are our Scattergory cards. We have musical themed Scattergory cards.
Right.
Okay, great.
Okay, first round is S. Ready? On your mark, get set, go.
Wow, this is tragic.
Why can't I think of a singer?
Why can't I think of anything? Oh, we're done.
Wow, I did it.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Are you serious?
I
I
said
did
that
it.
like
You can't
5.
read it. It's like the messiest writing I've ever done, but I did
Oh my
it.
God, this is so
I'm
horrible.
impressed.
This is horrible.
All right.
Two of mine are the same, too. Okay.
My song and show are the same, but they're different titles. But yes.
All right. Okay, character.
I'm out. I got nothing.
Satine.
Sure.
Shrek. Obviously.
Obviously.
Okay,
I
theater.
obviously don't have a theater.
The Stephen
Schubert.
Sondheim.
Oh, a double S for Steph.
A double S. Food? Nothing.
I have Sweeney Todd pies.
Oh my god, I have sausage from Sweeney Todd. Did they not make sausages? Did they make pies?
They make meat pies like people.
Damn it. Okay, fine. I thought it was sausages with people.
No, pies, meat pies.
Fine. I don't have a
At the
diva.
pie shop. Sutton
You don't
Foster?
have a diva.
Sutton.
SJB, obviously.
So SJB.
Stephanie
Okay,
J.
amazing.
Block.
Amazing.
I also don't have an actor or singer.
I just
Go
had
Sutton.
Sutton, so I didn't want to double.
You used Sutton twice? Shoshana
No.
Bean.
Great.
Oh, nice.
There's a theme on my list here.
Song. Say no to this.
Stars in the Moon.
Beautiful.
Loves
Sung by
me.
Shoshana Bean. Sorry, Shar, what did you say?
She loves me. I don't have a
Place.
place.
Nothing.
I said, I don't understand what this was, so I said Sydney.
Is there like a musical? It's like
Yes,
Oz
actually,
would
Priscilla,
be a
Queen of the
place.
Desert takes place in Australia, and I'm pretty sure
Get
they
it.
go to
There
Sydney.
you go.
Get it.
Okay,
Composer.
I'm assuming we all have Sondheim.
Oh, no.
Could have. Do you have Stephen Schwartz?
I have Steven Schwartz.
Okay, well,
Yeah!
me and Shara cancel each other out for
Wait,
Stephen
you got
Sondheim.
Sondheim? Oh, damn it. I thought you said you had Schwartz. I got really excited.
Wow,
Okay,
I'm
my
killing
prop
it.
is a sword.
There's
I'll
a Sword
give
of the
that to you.
Lightning Thief.
I'll give
We
that
like-
to you.
I have a stapler. There's one in Mean Girls.
I got nothing.
All
You
right.
Sure.
could have
nailed
literally
it.
chosen, like, anything.
When you play Scattergories, the way your brain just empties out. Okay.
Yes, it's true.
All right.
Show.
Show at Sing Street.
Oh, I put sideshow for the two.
Oh, nice.
So
I put it to stay on theme with Shoshana Bean and Stars in the Moon, Songs for a New World.
amazing.
Okay. Okay, I don't have a costume.
What did I write here?
You forgot.
Oh. I wrote Shark from Mean Girls.
Okay, that's legit.
I got nothing.
Okay, I got 5, which is a
One,
lot
two,
better than I
1, 2,
thought.
3, 4, 5, 6. 6 points.
12
Whoa.
points, everybody.
Whoa, Tara.
Okay.
Whoa.
I
Okay,
honestly, I want to put on record right now, I've never won at Scattergories between the three of us, and this feels like a big win.
Let's
This is
clarify
correct.
that I've also never won at Scattergories.
Steph always wins.
Steph only ever wins at Scattergories.
I'm the master of Scattergories,
Not
except for
today.
today.
Not today.
Except for today. Okay, last Scattergories round. What's our letter, Shara?
B could work.
Okay, I'll take B.
Yeah, let's try it.
I mean,
take a
I'm
B.
gonna struggle. But I'm
Can
gonna
I think of
struggle
a character
every
with
letter.
a B? Steph's already started. She's cheating.
Yeah. What do you mean cheating?
Oh.
I'm ready to go.
I didn't start the timer.
Oh.
Exactly,
Are we sticking with
cheating.
B?
We're doing B. I've already started on the B.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
I should get out my Broadway Divas A to Z book.
Yeah, you
for
should.
the letter B. Oh, okay.
Sigh. Okay. I don't have
Okay.
a character.
Bonnie from Bonnie and Clyde for my character.
Nice.
Barry from the prom.
Great.
Okay. The only theater I have is Belasco, which I'm assuming is what you guys have.
I have
No,
the
I have-
Barrymore.
I have the Broadhurst. There's a lot of B's.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't know.
The Broadway.
Okay, so my food is baked goods, like oysters.
No, doesn't count.
Be more
Try to
specific. I went with the stolen bread from Les Mis and Aladdin.
Okay.
Take your
Okay.
pick.
I don't have a food.
Diva. Bernadette Peters.
Bernadette Peters.
Nice. My
I'm pretty
actress
sure
in
she's
here-
the B in your beef.
I think she
I
is
think
the
so
B.
too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Actor,
Ben Platt.
Oh,
Wow.
look at you. Bonnie Milligan.
Brian Darcy James.
Amazing. Song.
Okay. My song is Be More Chill.
Sure.
That is a
Also
song.
Mine is-
my show.
Mine is Bad Idea.
Nice.
Mine is the tragically cut song from Heather's Now, Blue.
Wow,
Oh,
that is tragically
love.
cut. Tragically cut. My place.
I did
Bikini
Baltimore.
Bottom.
Oh, nice. Too.
Double
I did
B.
Baltimore as, like Miss Baltimore Crabs. But like
Baltimore.
also Hairspray is actually in
It
Baltimore,
takes
right?
place
It
in
takes place in
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're in Baltimore.
Good
Okay,
one,
great. I'm
Where's
taking
your-
it.
I have Brigadoon.
Great.
Nice. I don't have a composer.
Me either.
Yeah, I got
Sad.
stuck there too. People are screaming at us. I
I
guarantee
know.
it.
We're really bad at the
being
composers. We
yelled
really
at.
only know S's and J's and T's. Sorry. Prop.
Beach
Okay.
balls.
If for what?
SpongeBob.
But it's only in the finale. I don't know if that counts.
It's a
I
prop.
mean, fine.
The stage manager had to track it. It's a prop. Give me that double B.
I was gonna do beach balls, but I could not. But that I did a baseball because to break in a glove.
Wow. I did a baby because Wicked.
Yes, the like
Okay,
fake
that's
baby. Amazing.
And also Waitress. That baby's fake.
There's many fake babies on stage
Yes.
all the time.
Okay, my
but
show
shit.
is Be More Chill, as I said.
Great. Mine is beautiful.
Mine is Big Fish.
Okay,
Costume.
my costume. I don't know if you'll give me this. I did bonnet as the Easter bonnet. Is that what they do with like the thing that Spring Awakening did?
Yeah, like the Easter bonnet.
Yeah, but that's not
Yeah.
like in a show. But I would have
But
give
it's a
you
costume.
bonnet for just costume in general. I don't think
I feel
Easter
like-
bonnet needs to be that specific.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, people wear bonnets and
I feel
in,
like
like-
bonnets pop up.
yeah.
okay, all right, I'll take it. I need it. I'm desperate.
I went with ball gown.
Nice.
I went with bra, so you know.
Yes. Okay.
Also
Points for us all. Amazing.
We're gonna move on. So next, we wanted to interview our birthday girl. So we actually wanted to talk about. We thought it'd be fun to talk about the podcast itself. I very vividly remember when you had this like brainchild and started talking about it. But maybe we can hear from you. Why did you want to start off to Broadway? What it means to you? Anything else you want to tell us?
Honestly, I have been in the same industry forever. I went to school for TV. I've been working in TV for years, and I felt stuck. And theater has always been a passion of mine. Not just like performing, which I only did in high school, but just seeing shows in general. I've said on many episodes that I have been a Mirvish subscriber for many years, like since I was born. So it's just always been in my life. And I don't know, like 2 years ago, I felt very stuck in work and wanted an outlet to do something on the side, and said like, would anybody listen to us talk about theater sitting in a car? And
Questionable. Still no.
still
no.
questionable. And obviously, as I said at the beginning of the episode, had to turn to the only two friends I have to ask, would this be an idea? And I remember vividly, I don't know if you remember, Steph, the like message that I sent you being like, would you co-host this podcast with me? Because, like, I want to do it, but I don't want to do it by myself. I need, like, a second person to talk to.
I kind of do. I remember, like, not really knowing what you were asking, but being like, yes, I will do whatever you want.
And then we were like, okay, so concept would be car because of the road trips that we have taken and listening to cast albums in the car. And it was like, well, how do we record in a car? Again, still not really sure. We make it work when it happens. It's been almost 2 years that we haven't been in the car. And then obviously my brain went to like, okay, so logo, and then every like artwork, everything else, what do we do? But Shara, I think you were the person that came up with Off to Broadway.
Yeah, because I remember, I think we were talking first about how many conversations we've had in the car, especially like, you know, being friends first in high school. Like, it was exciting. We could drive and we'd just like spend our Saturday night, you know, as cool as we are,
cruising.
Just like driving around talking. Yeah, I don't remember. I know it was like I remember it was a play off Broadway, obviously. And then your Twitter name was like according to Tara with the number 2. But I was going to say, I don't remember where the name came from, but I do remember I still have all of our reject logo pictures on my phone.
Oh, same. Oh my God, on your phone? Get those off. Oh, yeah. Don't waste the space.
They're so ugly, but I love them.
Well, it was also, so I, at the time, like, Bitmojis were really big. So at one point I had like Steph and Mai's Bitmoji in a car, which was so dumb, but also
Can
cute.
you imagine if we stuck with that?
No.
If we were stuck with that?
Yeah. But I also remember thinking like, okay, so I need to download the license plate font, which is like more difficult than you would think to find an Ontario license plate font. I actually now, I don't know if we've publicly said this, but I have an Off to Broadway license plate on my car. So
if you see someone driving around with their license plate off to BWAY, it's Tara.
Yeah. And it looks
I remember
just like our logo.
I wanted to get that for your birthday like 3 years ago, like right when we started, and it was so expensive.
It's very expensive.
And then your parents got it for you. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
it's fine.
I was actually, that was funny. This was like pre-COVID. My parents and I were walking around like an antique store, and they sell tons of license plates there because people, I think, like put them up on their walls as decor, just like different ones from different cities. I think it's like a collectible. And I was just in passing saying like, wouldn't it be cool if we put like Off to BWAY on a license plate? And sure enough, for my birthday the next year, I am now the actual mobile of the podcast. So
I did get the 3 of us like mini Off to BWAY, like little placards that are like,
and also the air freshener.
I love them.
The air freshener that still smells very strong. So it was a good
Etsy.
Strong purchase. Yeah. But yeah, and it's like, I mean, anyone that's listened to us for the last 2 years, like, we don't really have a format. We have like somewhat of a format. It's really just an open conversation. And as we've said on many episodes, we love talking to other people that are interested in the same stuff as us. And I don't know, it's been like really fun. It's obviously been like a challenge over the last 2 years, specifically the last year, because we're dealing with so much more equipment and video, and I have different work now, so my hours have changed. It's just like, it's a second job and it's a lot of work, but I do really enjoy it. And yeah, whenever we hear comments about like, you guys are enjoying it, or like this was really funny or anything like that, it makes it worth it. So it's been really fun, and I wouldn't change anything for the world. And hopefully we can get back into a theater so we can talk about some upcoming live shows.
Anything.
Well, I think it's so interesting that, like, as you're saying, like, it's obviously more challenging without live shows to see, but I also think it's been kind of like a savior of this past year when we didn't have any shows to see. At least we had some kind of outlet, and it like became an excuse to like make sure we saw every virtual program that we could, and made sure that we rewatch when you guys rewatch like Mamma Mia or whatever. It made sure that
we were still connected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, connected to each other, but then also like connected to theater, like some kind of outlet to remind us that like we'll go back at some point. And
well, I also think about like 2020 was the birth of the Composer series, which is like such an interesting series to deep dive into, and something that I don't know that we would have ever thought to do if we were just seeing shows. I always like reference and we always reference 2020 was supposed to be the year of theater. Like we had
we had
literally
so
a calendar.
many shows.
Honestly, like to throw
so
up
excited.
Road
the
trips.
visual of our calendar pre-COVID of every single week we were lined up for the entire year because we had so many shows to see. There were so many exciting things. But then I also think about like 2021 right now, and Steph and I were literally texting about this the other day. Like, think of how many movie musicals we're getting this year. Like, this is crazy. So there is exciting things that are happening in the theater world. We are entering into a vaccinated world. Like, it will happen. We will see a live show again, and we cannot wait to talk
Everyone
about
here
it.
has at least one dose, okay? We're excited.
It's true. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know. There's so many times where we have a conversation and we have to stop ourselves and be like, save it for the podcast, save it for the podcast. Because we would just be talking about this anyway. But now we have an outlet and then a way to connect with other people.
And that's
more
exactly, I
fans.
think, in my like recollection, how it got started is that like, not so much me, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm here for the support. But like, you both would be having these conversations anyway. And you're like, let's just record them and see what happens. And
Those first episodes were something.
Yeah, you know.
like 6 hours.
Anyone who starts a podcast, I'm sure they do test episodes where they just try and talk and record themselves and just see what happens. Because there was a learning curve.
Driving when we recorded
I was about to say.
That was the worst thing.
So
we just talked over each
We were
other
driving
for 2
to see
hours.
Hamilton.
No. The very first like test record is when we were at your house, Steph. It was our like annual Christmas baking, and we were
Sure.
like, let's do a test episode, and it was movie musicals. I still have the audio, and we were like,
Oh,
well,
God.
Shara should drive, and I'm like, in
Oh
what
yeah, we
world?
literally drove around for an hour.
We wanted
I
to
forgot
see.
about that.
We were learning the form. We were figuring it out.
That's
we
true. At the
realized
very beginning-
safety.
Well, at the very beginning, it wasn't the idea of like sit in the back seat and record. The idea was that I was going to drive and then you guys were going to talk, and then we realized that was not ideal.
No, because first of all, anyone that knows me in real life, I am a terrible backseat driver in terms of I get very nauseous. I need to either drive or sit in the front seat. So like trying to think of actual thoughts while someone is driving around in a circle is really not the way to do it. So anyone that's thinking about starting a podcast in the car, park it.
Also, the amount of gas we'd be using for just...
Oh yeah.
Not necessary. Yeah, there's like a learning curve to everything. Even if we go back and listen to early episodes, I'm sure they would sound completely different to what we do now. You just, I don't know how many 60 whatever episodes in that we are now.
This is our
2
63rd.
plus years
yeah.
in. 2
We've
plus
learned
years
to clap.
in. Yeah, we learned so many different things about how to record, how we want the conversation to go, how to format the episode, how to wrap it up, like how to start the conversations that, we didn't have right at the beginning. Especially me, who never worked in media the way Tara does. The learning curve is real.
I also have to say that I am not an editor by any means, but for anybody that is, I love how this has turned into like an advice for people that are starting a podcast, but if anyone is ever thinking about doing it yourself, like you can do it. And there are many programs that are even free that you can do it.
We like literally like Googled like how to start a podcast, what like host to use, all that.
Yeah.
I remember I was talking to someone and I said, they were just asking me about the podcast. And I said, honestly, there's a pretty low barrier to entry. It's not difficult to
absolutely.
host online. It's not difficult to record yourself. It's not difficult. What is difficult is going there every week or every 2 weeks
Commitment.
and creating content and putting it out there. And I'm like pretty proud that we've gone 2.5 years barely taking a break. We took this January off, but other than that, I think we've gone pretty consistently for the past 2.5 years. And and our plan is to keep going, obviously. And that is the hard part. It is keeping going and having content to put out every week. And most of that credit goes to Tara because
Yeah, I
she
was
is
gonna
editing
say,
every
let's
episode.
give her the credit, please.
Guys, we have many Google Docs. Like anytime I see something announced, I add it to the doc.
Yeah, we're like, Dear Evan Hansen movie comes out this
Everybody's
day.
talking about Jamie, Tick Tick Boom,
Come From Away
West Side
movie
Story,
comes
Come From
out
Away,
this
like
day.
Schmigadoon, you name it, it's on the doc.
Yeah, we're ready.
So I think it's time we move into our second game. Steph, do you want to introduce it?
Okay, our next game is called Bad Show Descriptions. So you should have a baggie that says bad descriptions on it. And the rules of this game is you're going to draw the name of a musical out of your little baggie, and you're going to describe it in the most obscure way possible without saying any character names or song titles, and the other two people are going to have to guess what it is. So an example, the big example is Finding Nemo, which is not a musical. Well, it is actually a musical.
It is a musical.
It is, you're right, it is a musical. It's the greatest musical of all time. Sorry, I forgot. Go with the flow. This description of Finding Nemo. Depressed, widowed father teams up with mentally challenged woman to find his disabled son. Okay? So, and that's obviously Finding Nemo. But
sorry, I love that it's a woman. They're all fish. Like,
excuse me, it's Ellen DeGeneres. So that's the kind of description we're going for with these musicals. Got it?
Yeah.
Shara, do you want to go first?
Okay, we're gonna buzz in using animal noises so we don't talk over each other. Two boys go around reading strangers' storybooks.
Quack, quack, quack.
Okay.
The Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. The boys part really threw me off. I was thinking
They're
of children.
boys. And
Storybook.
they dip people in water.
A man and a woman get married.
That's it.
No. A man and a woman break up, get married, then fall in love.
Rough. The last 5 years?
Yes.
Wow, I'm not good at this.
Hey,
A
Tara,
man
you
and a
give us
woman get
one.
married. I feel like anything I say is going to give it away right away.
Make it more obscure.
A man walks down the stairs at the beginning of this musical.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Wow, that was something.
I was going to say
Not
like
the plot.
$10 bill, but I was like, that's too obvious. But clearly stairs is also too obvious.
Stairs.
Alright. The plot is that there is no plot. And that's it.
Seinfeld?
What did you say?
Seinfeld? The plot is that there's no plot? The band's visit. Quack, quack, quack.
No, that's actually a good one, but it's not. No, I'll actually give a real one. I wanted this for the reverse because it's better. But anyway, okay. We meet everyone, and then someone dies.
We just went from the plot is that there's no plot to we meet everyone and someone dies.
We meet everyone.
I stand by it. We meet everyone, then someone dies.
And then someone dies.
We don't
Quack, 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 quack.
Okay.
Cats.
Yeah! I feel like that was legit.
That was good. That was good.
Thank
There
you.
was a plot of cats. We're just not sure what it is.
You're right. We meet everyone, and then someone goes to the heavy side layer. You're right. You're right. Okay, let me go
Right.
again.
Accurate, thank you. Okay.
Okay. Okay. A man immigrates from the United States to England and falls in with an interesting crowd where he falls in love with a tragic ending.
Moo. Kinky
Yeah.
boots?
No.
It was the way you
falls
said
in-
interesting.
No. Falls in with an interesting crowd and writes some well-known pop songs before he falls in love with a tragic ending.
Roof.
Yeah.
Moulin Rouge?
Yes.
It's England? Isn't it France?
Also, he
Oh, it takes us in France!
Okay, so
Say
you're
this
wrong.
is not the Moulin Rouge.
I literally,
Yeah, but
when
why
you
does
said-
everyone have a British accent then?
when you said that they falls in with an interesting count, I'm like, obviously Moulin Rouge, but then I was thinking, what show takes place in England? And it's not
You're
that
right.
one.
It's totally France. Oops.
Okay,
In
great.
Paris.
Okay, good effort.
A guy has curly hair.
Dear Evan Hansen, quack, 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 quack.
Yes,
Dear
it's Dear
Evan
Evan Hansen. Sorry, Ben Platt. We love you.
So round 2, it's going to be describe the plot of the musical, but backwards. So an example is a girl gets so unpopular that she moves to Africa.
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls. Okay? A girl decides that she doesn't like that she had to change to be with a man and becomes unpopular, and then it's summer.
Quack.
Go.
Grease.
Yeah.
And then it's summer.
And then it's summer. A girl with interesting hair is is left at an orphanage and then forced to
Moo!
clean.
Oh, gross.
Annie!
I feel like that works backwards and forwards. That's
It's
the
true,
plot, backwards
actually.
and forwards. But yes, it's Annie.
Sorry, I'm sticking to my no plot. I just want to see if anyone will get this. The first and final song are the same. I'm not following the rules, I'm sorry.
The first and final song are the same, like many shows.
I know.
And it
The
takes place
first?
in Canada.
Come from Quack? Come from what?
Yes.
You are here.
The sun of a moment.
I feel like that's a very easy reverse plot, but okay.
I like to not think about things, so
So, since we are interviewing you, we are going to give you a personality test drive. Number 1, road trip cast recording.
I feel like everyone can answer this question. It's Legally Blonde.
Good luck.
Do
Great.
that.
Okay, what theater character is most like you?
Most like me. I know this is not rapid fire. I know. Wait, but I'm interested in what you guys think to this question.
I just want to think about myself. So,
Of course she is.
Most like me? This is like a strange answer, but I think Katie from Mean Girls might be
Sure.
most like me. Not all of her, but like parts of her.
I can see that. You know, just like a normal high school girl. You
Yeah,
know.
my
You wanna
typical
be with
life as a
Kyle.
normal high school girl.
10 years ago, maybe, but
Yeah. I don't know. That's a hard one. We should add that to our list. Oh no, we have done that, but it's characters that they play. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're talking about the characters
Okay.
that I've played, it's definitely Sophie.
well, yeah, sure.
Dorothy.
Yes, wow, I have also flown away in a twister, so yeah.
Mrs. Potts.
Yeah, most like me.
Well, I don't know all these things about you. Anyway. Okay, favorite song to belt in the car.
No Good Deed.
Oh, really? Oh.
I mean, it changes every week. I would also say
All
She
the
Used to
time.
Be Mine, but No Good Deed is
That-
always the
I was
one.
actually okay. All right. I
Okay,
answered that.
what is your favorite show you've never seen?
I've seen a lot of shows.
I know.
Favorite show I've never seen. Again, I feel like it changes all the time, but at the moment, I think it's Alice by Heart.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's a good one.
Steph is not happy about that answer.
Last song you cried to.
I'll tell you mine because while we're waiting, because
It'll change
earlier
by the time.
it'll change by the time we get to my episode. But earlier today, I listened to "I'm Here."
Oh,
by
that was what I
Cynthia
was going to say
Erivo
that.
and cried. I don't know why.
Actually, no, I'll
On a
change it.
ride.
I'll change it. I have been listening to this will come up in Obsession later in episodes, but I really love Hannah, your voice teacher on YouTube, and she did a react to the Four Evans singing what is that song called?
For Forever.
For Forever. And it's really beautiful, and I listened to it a couple days ago, and it made me tear up, but I didn't like full-blown cry, but I think it counts.
Okay, your dream guest for the podcast.
Oh my god. So many, like literally so many. Every Broadway boy, let's be honest. Antonio, Jeremy Jordan, Isaac Powell, if you're listening, we want you all.
That was an easy one to answer.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your special skill on your resume?
I'm double jointed and like weirdly double joint. I don't know if like you'd be
Yeah,
able to
Oh,
see.
that's
It's
weird.
hard to show, but like I can turn my entire hand without turning this part of my arm. I would never
weird.
pull that out in an interview, but you're welcome.
You're like, yes, double jointed. Here we go.
Okay, your miscast.
My miscast is "I'll Cover You" reprised, my favorite songs.
Nice.
Finally, our favorite question. What is the last show you saw before the shutdown?
It is most iconically Summer, the Donna Summer musical. Never forget.
Never
be in my
forget.
heart
And
forever.
honestly, we would have forgotten it, except we haven't
never
seen theater
will.
in a year.
We knew the answer, but we just have to bring up Summer one more time.
Wow. You guys never asked me my dream role. I'm kind of offended.
Oh, sorry. What's your dream role, Tara?
Okay, well,
We just
for the-
assumed it was Sophie from Mamma Mia.
No, it's definitely not. For my entire like elementary school life, it
I
was.
would say I could answer this.
It's changed though. It was Elphaba, and then for a very long time it was Eponine. It's now Galinda. Just gonna put that out.
Hey, I was literally gonna say this. I was like, it used to be Elphaba, and then I remember we saw it, and you looked at me, you're like, oh my god, it's now Galinda.
Maturity means realizing that Glinda is the more complex character than
Yes!
Elphaba. Okay?
Oh my gosh, yes.
I mean,
It's important.
I would still, if Elphaba was
You would
offer only,
take
I would take it.
You would accept either. But maturity is understanding that Glinda has nuance that
Yes.
Elphaba doesn't.
Yeah,
okay.
I agree.
Speaking of Elphaba, you know we have one of our faves, Tim Murray, who does his game, Guess the Elphaba on YouTube.
I'm not gonna be good at this.
Okay, ready? So I have a game inspired by him. Guess the Evan Hansen.
Oh my god, I actually feel like I might be good at
Okay, I think you're gonna be okay. Okay, I've practiced this. I've done this many times. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah,
Clue 1.
It's Taylor Trench.
What? Who else could it be? Okay. Are you ready? Clue 2.
Andrew Barth Feldman.
Yes!
For a second.
Okay, clue 3. Here we go. Tara nailing it.
Ben Platt.
Yes, it is.
Damn, killing it.
That was
Kill
hard
it.
because the recording sounds different. He sounds a bit different.
I tried not to get any recordings. This is the Tony performance and I tried to choose amusing photos. Okay, next. Here we go.
On the outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. Waving through
Is it Michael Lee Brown?
No.
I try to speak, but nobody
You're on the right track,
hears,
though.
So I wait around
An
for
understudy.
an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. Waving through a window.
It's
want a
not
hint?
Colton.
Can anybody
Yeah, give me a
see?
hint.
Is anybody
Maybe he's
waiting?
dating an Evan Hansen.
Is it Ben Levi Ross?
Yes, it is!
Wow, it doesn't sound like him.
I know. This is the hardest one, I feel. Okay, ready?
Oh, that was the good part.
Oh, sorry. I'll let us hear it out one time. I'll let us hear the
Last
end
one.
one time. Ready? Okay.
On the outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more than
Sorry,
I've
there's like
always
3
been?
people here.
Tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I watching people.
Okay, is there one person that's in it or both of them?
There's one main person singing.
Oh.
There's a lot going on.
Anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? Is anybody waving?
Do I know this person?
Yeah.
Yes.
Give me a clue.
I can't give you a clue.
Is it Colton?
No. Are you ready?
Michael Lee Brown?
It's Ben.
Oh my god, Benj, I would have never known that. Like, that is not even someone that's played Evan.
Well, that wasn't a criteria, okay? Playing Evan, not a
who was
criteria
he
for
singing with in that video?
Justin? Paul. Yeah.
I was very distracted by the, like, riffs that were going
Double
on.
voice. This is like when you're watching The Masked Singer and there's 2 people in the thing and you're like, what's going on? Is that a second voice? No
Yeah.
one else has that experience when Hansen came out this season?
I saw.
Spoilers for The Masked Singer. You're like, is that 3 voices? Anyway,
I
it's very
saw it.
exciting.
That was very exciting.
Okay, ready?
On the outside, always looking in. Will I
That's Michael Lee Brown.
be more
Nope.
than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window.
Robert Marcus.
Yes!
Try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer
Our
to
favorite.
appear while I'm watch.
This is on the queue, right?
No, this is the like random music video they released
Oh.
where he's like walking through Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
The theater. Do you remember that?
Yes. We love you, Robert. If you ever want to come on the podcast, we're waiting.
Open invitation. Open invitation. Okay. Ready?
On the outside,
this every time, but is it Michael Lee Brown?
No. You know this. You can do this. Just focus on the voice.
It's not Colton. It's very good.
Oh, I'm disappointed, Tara. King.
Oh, Antonio. That was a blind side. I was not
That was a
expecting.
blindside. He did not. He's never played Evan Hansen.
I was
to be
waiting
honest.
for Noah Galvin because his voice is like so recognizable.
Well, we've got one more.
No, she makes it hard for you.
Oh god.
I did make it hard.
Also,
but
I've already said this, but Antonio also open invitation anytime. So
truly.
Yes.
Okay. Last one. Here we go.
On the outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more
Jordan
than a
Fisher,
voice
obviously.
Yes. Yes.
I am so impressed. Like
You did so good,
I looked
Tara.
at this list and I was like, how could you possibly? And you got almost.
You did
every
amazing.
single-
I listened to
Like,
this
that
song
was
a
unreal.
lot, and I also watch many different Evans perform this song, so I feel like it was a perfect game for me. I have to say, on the topic of Jordan Fisher, if anyone has not seen the Rosie O'Donnell YouTube show that happened at the beginning of the pandemic last year, Jordan singing For Forever, he options up and does these crazy riffs that I've never heard sung that way before. It is like instant burst into tears. I highly recommend it.
When I was like researching for this, I'm like, Jordan sounds good. And I don't know why I was shocked by this.
We're always
I thought-
shocked by when Jordan Fisher is good.
Yes, I just
Sorry,
don't expect
Jordan.
it for some reason. I don't
I know.
expect it.
Like how
Also,
shocked we
open
were.
invitation to the podcast.
Yeah, Jordan Fisher, you are the most booked and busy out of everybody else that we've open invitation offered. But
Yeah.
if you're listening, we would love to have
Anyone
you.
in this game, open invite.
That was very fun. I'm very impressed with myself.
You did really good. The only
Yeah,
one,
you did so good.
Well, Benj and Antonio, but those were throw-offs because I was waiting for real Evans.
I gotta keep you on your toes. Okay?
I
Gotta
actually am
keep
kind
you-
of surprised that I did not get Antonio. That's like
Me
offensive
too.
to me.
That is offensive. Actually, you can't be on this podcast if you don't recognize his voice within seconds. Requirement of being on the podcast.
I feel like if he was singing
knowing
like
Antonio.
literally any other song that wasn't from a musical, I'd be like, that's Antonio.
We just like know his voice, okay?
Yeah.
He sounds. I like how you're like, he sounds great. of course this man does, okay?
He could do no wrong. Voice of an angel.
Moving on, we have another game. So bring out your next baggie. It's reverse heads up. So it's reverse because normally, like, you put it to your head, but we can all see each other, so that wouldn't really work. Also,
Okay.
it'd be weird to, like, cover your camera and then, like, having to, like, hold it up to the screen. So, same rules apply, though. Yeah, exactly. Same rules apply. You have 60 seconds, get as many through, but you're going to read them yourself, and you're going to give the clues to us. Go.
Okay. This is a musical about tradition.
Fiddler.
His daughter's
Fiddler
getting married. Yes. This is our favorite man. He hosts Stars in the House. I watch his
Sedrudetsky.
YouTube video.
Sedrudetsky.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
this
sure, I'm proud of
is
you.
George Salazar sings this at the
Michael in
toilet.
the bathroom.
Yes. This people who need
Funny Girl.
people. No. Who stars in it?
Barbara.
Are the luck. Yes. Okay. All that jazz.
Chicago.
Roxy.
Chicago.
Yes. Okay. This starred Constantine. Brett
Rock of
Michaels
Ages.
almost died. Okay. Okay. This is about the redheaded, curly-haired girl
Annie.
who is an
Annie.
orphan. Okay. These are the type of feline that are in the musical. Not just
Cats.
yes, but what kind of cats?
Jellicle Cats.
Yes. Okay. This is a musical starring Julie
we're done.
Andrews.
No.
It's
Sorry.
the sound of music.
It was the sound of music. It was the sound of music.
How many did you
Okay.
get?
I got 8.
Nice.
Good job.
All right, Tara, you're up. Also, this one we all have different ones, so there's no repeats.
That's a lot of work. Wow.
You should
Okay.
have seen the document I had.
Ready?
Yes.
This is the most laughed at sequel of a musical. Sorry, prequel.
Mamma Mia? 2. Here we go again.
Prequel.
Prequel.
Phantom. Prequel.
Oh, Love Never Dies.
That's a
Wait,
sequel.
it's a sequel. Never mind.
It's a sequel, Tara.
Sorry. Dying So Bad. Bonnie and
Bonnie and
Clyde.
Clyde.
No. Cinderella.
Laura
Grease.
Osnes. Laura
Yeah.
Osnes.
Jason Robert Brown. Kids.
13.
Yeah. This movie is coming out in June. Lin-Manuel Miranda.
In the Heights. In the Heights.
Oh, sorry.
I got to
thinking-
pass
sorry,
on that
sorry.
one. I don't know that one. We just heard him, our final Evan, in the...
Jordan Fisher.
Yeah. We love this show. So sad. Andrew Rannells, Christian Borle, Stephanie J. Blog.
Oh, Falsettos.
Everyone... Rent. Tick, Tick, Boom.
Jonathan Larson.
Oh, you're done.
Wrote 2 shows.
What was it?
It was Jonathan Larson.
Which is the one you passed?
Yeah.
Mame. What was I gonna say? Rhymes with fame. I got 1, 2.
Imagine. Mame, I wanna live forever.
Wow, I only got 5.
Ugh. You
Sorry,
spent too
Mame
long on
really-
saying prequel.
I know.
You spent too long saying prequel.
The funniest thing
It's
is
a
I originally
sequel.
said sequel, and then I don't know why I changed
You're like,
it.
no, it's a prequel. What?
Honestly, who knows with that show? It could be both.
I was like, I couldn't think of a musical prequel or sequel. I was like,
Imagine.
All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. He plays Shrek, and he was
Brian Dosey James.
Yeah. My favorite song from Dear Evan Hansen. Miss you, dear.
Sincerely Me.
Yep. Elephant Love Medley.
Moulin
Rouge.
Fate. Okay. In Les Mis, the movie, he played Jean Valjean.
Hugh
And
Jackman.
Greatest
Ugh.
Showman. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, also in Be More Chill and Dear Evan Hansen, and he's really fun.
Will Roland.
Will Roland.
Yeah. We saw this in New York, Tara. It's based on a movie. What's
Pretty
her name?
Woman.
Samantha. Yeah. You were
Yes.
there. He does the tours in New York.
Tim?
Tim.
Yes.
Broadway Up Close.
Okay, Kinky Boots. He's the main guy in the
Billy Porter.
Yeah,
Wait, was it Charlie or Billy Porter?
Billy Porter. Oh crap, I'm done.
Ugh.
Okay, how many did I get? I threw them all down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
What
Oh,
I've
look at you.
learned is I'm a good guesser, not a
A
good,
good guesser.
clue teller.
Go.
Okay, going for another round.
Ready?
Ready? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sweating.
Me too.
The stress, the
It's
anxiety.
a stress. Okay, go.
Okay, he is Olaf. He starred in Book of Mormon.
Oh, Josh Gad.
Oh, Josh Gad.
Yes. Okay, this is where Wicked plays. I don't know what else
Alaska.
is played there because
No,
it's only been
Oh my
Wicked.
god, what is it called?
Circle in the Squares
Gershwin.
underneath. Yes. This is where Cinderella. No, this is where Hamilton plays. This is
Richard
where
Rodgers.
Richard Rodgers.
Yes. This is musical written by Sondheim.
Company.
About a painter.
Sunday in the Park with George.
Yes. This is where Girl from the North Country is.
Velasco.
Yes. This is our fave from Falsettos, but also from the Book of Mormon.
Andrew Rannells.
Yes. This is a musical by Stephen Sondheim about a pie maker
Sweeney
/
Todd.
murderer. Yes. This is a musical about ex-wives.
6!
Yes. This
Oh, you're
is.
done.
Sorry, we need to just, everyone that is not watching us on YouTube, Steph is
Like the
rocking
rocking.
back and
We need a
forth.
rhythm. We have a rhythm for how this
You
goes.
did great. You did great. Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 again.
Yes.
Okay, 8 again.
Good job. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
This is fun. I could do this all night.
Always.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Go.
Steph, your favorite documentary starring Jason Tam. This is about this musical.
Oh, every little step, the chorus line.
Yes. This is what you win before the Tony Awards. It's like a month before the Tony
A
Awards.
drama desk.
Yes. Wow. Star of Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark.
Reeve Carney.
Yes. Dolly Parton. She's working.
9 to 5.
Yeah. This is not Broadway, but it's in the UK.
West End.
Yeah. Charlie and Lola and Lauren.
Kinky Boots.
Yeah. Bikini Bottom, Ethan Slater.
SpongeBob.
Yeah. Matthew Broderick starred in this on Broadway.
The producers?
Yeah.
The producers?
Everybody's Gotta Cut What?
Footloose.
Yeah. This is your favorite musical, Steph. It's
Spring Awakening.
No, other
Next
favorite
Normal.
musical. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
It is.
Gotta keep track.
you're done.
It was Next to Normal.
Oh,
How much you get?
10.
wow. 10.
Nice.
Yes.
I feel like my clues were very good for that one.
You
It was
nailed it.
good.
Yeah.
You nailed
It was
it.
good.
Okay, Moulin Rouge, the Act 1 finale.
Elephant Love Medley.
Yeah. Okay, also in the producers, but not Matthew Broderick.
Nathan Lane.
Okay, 21 Guns, Green Day.
American Idiot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Valjean, at last, we see each other.
The Confrontation.
Yes. The movies Jeremy Jordan, Anna Kendrick. I don't know who's in there.
Last 5 years.
Yeah. They just made a movie with Meryl Streep and Nicole Kidman. And
The Prom.
The Prom.
Yeah. Jonathan Larson.
Rent.
Yeah. They made Cinderella, and I don't know.
Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Yeah. Okay, this is what I was supposed to see in New York with Isaac before our trip got canceled.
West Side Story.
Tragic.
Okay, he was the original Fiyero, I think.
Norma Leo
Butts?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Okay.
Ugh.
Good job.
How many?
Good job.
10.
Guys, everyone had a
Wow.
great round 2. Just want to
Yeah.
put that out there.
We're in the zone.
Okay, do you want a third round? Do we want to, finish it out with round 3?
Ready?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm ready.
Go.
Okay, this is a musical, Whatever They Offer You, Don't Feed the Plants. Whatever
Oh, Little
they
Shop.
offer you. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is...
Come
okay.
on, Steph.
Sorry. This
Get the
musical
papers
is
ready.
this is about 4 singers who have high-pitched voices from not New York,
Jersey
but
Boys?
yes. This is about from Rent, the saddest song in Rent.
I'll cover you.
Cover me
Yes.
price.
Okay, this is
I'll cover you,
past guest of the podcast who played Spider-Man.
Jake Epstein.
Yes. Okay. This is our favorite, well, not our favorite diva, but a diva with curly red hair.
Bernadette.
Sunday in the Park with George. Yes. This is a musical about a blonde. Oh shoot.
Legally Blonde.
Yes. This is co-star to past guest of the podcast, Jake Epstein, starred in Beautiful.
Shalina Kennedy.
No.
Oh,
the other one.
Oh my God, Jesse Mueller.
Yes.
You're done.
Only 5 this time.
Okay.
Okay, you're still doing okay.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, let me get the timer. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Isaac, Circle in the Square.
Once on the Silent.
Once on the Silent.
Yeah. Oh, I already got that one. There was a double in here.
Oh, sorry.
SpongeBob. In SpongeBob.
Ethan Slater.
Yeah. Daniel Radcliffe, Darren Criss, Nick Jonas, all
How to
played.
Succeed in Business, but really trying.
Yeah.
And business. That one.
Not Elphaba, but
Galinda.
Linda.
yeah. This is a show that has puppets. They sometimes swear.
Avenue Q.
Avenue Q.
Yeah. Diva with a capital D in Company.
Patty LuPone.
Yes. She is married to Alexander Hamilton.
Eliza.
Yeah.
Skylar.
My favorite show starring Reef Carney.
Spider-Man Turn Up the Dark.
Yes. Jeremy Jordan, Corey Cott, Ben Fakehauser, Carol
Newsies.
Lindsay. Yeah. Did you hear about Kim? Telephone Hour.
Bye Bye Birdie.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, you're done.
I was gonna say Jennifer Lopez, but that never happened.
It never happened. What happened to the live TV version of Bye Bye
You know
Birdie
what?
starring Jennifer Lopez?
Let's put it on the record. We would like Bye Bye Birdie instead of Annie this Christmas, everybody.
I have said this before. I've never seen a production of Annie. I barely know what it's about. So this will be my first ever Annie.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Ready? Last
Yeah.
round. Okay. Okay, Steph's favorite musical where they kill people. With a shower curtain. And
American Psycho.
Oh,
American Psycho. With the shower curtain.
movie. That's
one-
not the movie.
sorry, not okay.
Keep going. We're on timer.
Okay, the love song in Once. that you guys
Slowly.
Okay, we had this in high school at Westmount. It's a musical about peeing and
Oh,
toilets
you're in
and stuff.
town.
Yeah. Brian Darcy James, the
Shrek?
green guy. Yep. Okay, she wrote Waitress.
Sarah Bareilles.
Sarah Bareilles.
Tina Fey, Erica.
Mean
Mean Girls.
Yep. Don't say his name 3 times.
Beetlejuice.
Yep.
That was a good clue.
Okay, producers, not Nathan Lane, the other one.
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick.
Yeah. She just won for Jagged Little Pill. I don't know what else she's in.
Alanis Morissette.
No, the main girl, I think.
I mean, no one's won yet, but
3 names. Okay, but didn't she win?
no one's won anything.
Three names.
Didn't she win?
Celia Rose Gooding.
Yeah, didn't she win?
I mean, the Tonys haven't happened, so no.
Oh,
No one's won a thing.
That was not a great round.
No one's
for
won a
me.
single
It's
thing
fine.
for the Tonys this year.
Sorry.
Even Aaron has not run.
The clue of the knife in the shower.
What happens?
That is the movie Psycho, not American Psycho.
I think you're thinking of
Is it
the.
really?
I think you're thinking of the
blood
like,
screen.
curtain, the blood screen.
Yeah, is that what happens?
It does happen, but you said knife in the shower, which is actually Psycho the movie.
What's
Okay,
American Psycho
We
about?
got it.
I don't even know the full
It's
plot
hard to
of the movie,
explain.
but
He thinks he's killing people.
yeah.
But he's not. That's a spoiler for American Psycho.
Why I conflated the two, right?
Because
I mean, there's
because
there is a shower scene in the movie. It's pretty iconic. Christian Bale peels.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not the
I've never
knife
seen the
in the
movie.
shower. That's very specific to Psycho, the Hitchcock. It's Hitchcock, right? I think movie.
Okay, well,
I think that means we got to move on to our obsessions of the week. We've played a bunch of games. Let's move on to our obsessions of the week. Shara, as our guest, do you want to go first?
sure, but I feel like mine's not that shocking. Mine's also Broadway adjacent, as my life is. So Stars in the House, that has been going on for a while, recently did the ER reunion, and if you know me, ER has played a super important role in my life. I came to it late because it literally started the year we were born, but that's fine. And I mean, now I'm a nurse, and my dog is named after a character from the show, so ER is super important to me, and I mean, that's why I say it's Broadway adjacent, because they really did not let Seth say more than one word, except for introducing
There was a lot of
everyone?
people there, though. My two
favorite parts were George Clooney anytime he talked, because that started a whole George Clooney obsession after. He basically they just talked about all the pranks that he played on set, which were unreal. And then I listened to a podcast he was on after, and he talked about more pranks, and I was like, oh my god, just to be around this guy. But my actual favorite part of the Stars in the House was when they had to ask the less famous people to leave awkwardly and kind of suggest that they're oh, you must be tired because you're in this other country. Because they had more people coming, and they would wanted not to have Noah Wiley or George Clooney leave. So yeah.
I mean, also, StreamYard, as we know, only allows up to 10 people in a box. It's actually up from 6, which is a big number. 10 is a big number. But there's a lot of people in that cast. That's one of the biggest reunions I think they've ever done on that show, being a very loyal Stars in the House
And what's funny is that,
fan.
I started it later. I started watching, and then I went back, obviously, to watch all the beginning seasons. But the people that they had on aren't even who I associate. Juliana Margulies and Noah Wiley and the person who organized it, although those are the first 4 or 5 seasons where I had to go back and watch all the later people, Maura Tierney, and Laura Cardellini.
Linda Cardellini? Was she there?
That one, yeah. All those people who were and John Stamos, all those people that were in the later seasons who I know as ER weren't even there because they have such a it was on for 15 years and they had so many different people. But yeah, it was a really good time if you're an ER fan. Not exactly Broadway, but I'm very appreciative for Seth.
We love Seth, though. We love Seth.
Always.
We love Seth, and we love his book of names. Just pass it along to us.
Seriously, that contact list. Also,
Rolodex.
I want to announce that I was the first person to know that this was happening, and then literally every single news source tweeted out that Stars in the House is doing an ER. It was me that was first.
It was quite the news story. I'm like, Stars in the House has
like
never
CNN.
attracted this much attention.
It was on CNN. It was on CTV here in Canada. Like, it was literally everywhere. And the reason that I saw it is because I subscribed to them, and it like popped up as like, you should watch this. So
I also
funny.
like watching the show, watching the Stars in the House. I didn't realize like what a phenomenon this show was, because again, it started the year we were born. By the time I got it ended when I was 15. Like I really came into it like way later. So I didn't, and I knew like this, like the things they deal with on that show, like HIV positive patients and like racism in the workplace and all that, like stuff that like now is very talked about in shows, but like in the 90s was definitely not. So I didn't realize like how groundbreaking that show was with all like the social issues they talk about, and also like the impact they were talking about, like how, I don't know any of the numbers, but like when it started, like how many million people watch every night, and like that just doesn't happen anymore because of like streaming services and like having like millions of people at the exact same time watch the exact same show. And then they were saying that like it aired on a Thursday, and Friday morning all these doctors' offices would get called because people would self-diagnose themselves with whatever happened on the show, like hypochondriac versions of it. But yeah, the idea of like everyone sitting down and watching a show together, I feel like I miss. Like that still happens a couple times a year with like not so much award shows anymore, but at least like the Super Bowl maybe and all that. And I kind of think it's nice that everyone's watching at the same time.
My obsession of the week. We always leave Tara for last. Tara's always the obsession finale. Okay, my obsession of the week. Recently, a cast recording was released for a musical that originated in Victoria, British Columbia in the year 2008. And it had many, many productions in Canada and over the US, but we only got a cast recording this year, and it is the cast recording for Ride the Cyclone. I had heard of this musical, but never heard any music because there's no cast recording. But I went and listened to the entire cast recording, and I kind of just became obsessed. It's not a cast recording. I would be like, oh, I'll pick out one song and listen to it or add it to my playlist. Like, I just want to listen to the whole thing from beginning to end every time. There are these great spoken interludes by Jacob Richmond, one of the composers, because short kind of backstory of the plot of this musical, it is about these 6 teenagers on a school trip in Saskatchewan to a theme park who go on the cyclone and then die on the cyclone, and their fortunes were all told before they went on the cyclone by this the like fortune teller machine, and the fortune teller Karnak feels guilty for telling them to ride the cyclone, so they each have a chance to prove themselves for one of them to come back to life, and they all like sing a song about their lives, blah 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 blah, and it's his voice that kind of brings the whole story together, and his like interludes on the cast recording are so funny, and his voice is so great in it, and it's the composer Jacob Richmond who's doing it. But I really just think it's a really creepy, cool cast recording, very up my alley. The song, if you want to just get one in, is the finale. It's not a game, it's just a ride. It's just really fun, cool, interesting stuff. I like, because it has a small cast, that they were able to be creative with it and have lots of different things. There are clips of it online from their first original production to later productions in different places, and you can see the change in budget, but always with that small, intimate cast. And I just think it's really cool, and I just really love that cast recording, and I am so excited that it actually exists now.
Is there anybody like well known on the cast recording?
Not to me, honestly. No.
That's exciting.
Maybe
The story sounds amazing. Like, you're telling this, and I was like, I want to watch this.
I read about this
weird.
Like 3 weeks ago. I can't
Yeah,
remember
that's
where
around
I
the
saw
cast
it.
recording came
Playbill?
up.
Maybe?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
I
There
saw
is
the article.
there's an MCC production of it that stars Alex Wise, but he is not on the cast recording.
Okay.
But yeah, like there's just a bunch of YouTube clips of it. I was watching the Guggenheim Works in Process of it. That's how deep I went.
Nice.
Noel's Lament, also really cool. Would recommend that. But yeah, it's not a game, it's just a ride. Really cool.
All right.
Cool.
Well, I, for the first time, I feel like in a year, have a topical obsession. I did have something planned for this, but then I was like, no, this is something I can tell people to actually go and buy a ticket to watch or listen to. So I, a couple weeks ago, bought a ticket to Breathe, a new musical, which is written by, we've always called her Jodi Picoult, but guys, it's Jodi Pico. Like, that's how she pronounces her own name. So now we know.
I did know this, and I just ignore it.
I listened to, she does the intro of it, so I was like, oh, we've been saying it wrong.
As her biggest fan, I still ignore it.
So I had used one of her songs as an obsession. I feel like during our Obsessions episode, possibly.
Not her song, but like a song from her musical.
Yes, exactly. It's not the same musical. This is a different musical. It was written during the pandemic. It's about the pandemic. It is split into 5 chapters. It's her and her co-writer. And every chapter is composed by a different person. One of them that we know is Robert Kicke, who did Lightning Thief. He does the first chapter. And it also stars many people: Matt Doyle, Max Clayton, Danae Benton, Kelly O'Hara, Brian Stokes-Mitchell, so many people, Patty Muir and Colin Donnell. So my obsession this week is one of the chapters that stars Matt Doyle, Max Clayton. It is like a month in between my Matt Doyle obsessions, so you're welcome, everybody. The song is called Reading the Letter, and this vignette is a story about a gay couple, and this is very real life to Matt and Max because they've been living in the exact same New York apartment for the last year of the pandemic, both of them out of work. Obviously, Matt Doyle is coming back to company, and it's actually unknown if Max Clayton is going back to Moulin Rouge because he has since changed his career and is now a real estate agent. So who knows what will happen. But this song is kind of like, it ties together all of the songs that are in their little vignette, and it's heartbreaking. And you know who has a really beautiful voice? Max Clayton. And I've never heard him sing solo because we know him as this like incredible dancer, and he's always someone that's like understudying different people, but I've never actually, I don't think ever until this moment, heard his voice. He sounds amazing with Matt. There's like some really great riffs happening in the background, and something that was so interesting to me is that the composer of this one is Daniel Moritz Luft. I don't think I'm saying that right. I'm so sorry. But he is responsible for Remy the Ratatouille. So it is so cool that like he was called in to do this project, and he has like a really interesting pop influence to his music, which I really enjoy. So if you are interested in watching the entire Breathe, a new musical, it is streaming until July 2nd. You can buy a ticket on their website, or if you just want to listen to it, it is available on all streaming platforms. It's really good stuff. Also, like, the list of names, everyone is so talented, but it's cool to see these different vignettes. Obviously, there's like, it's about COVID, so you can imagine the stories that get told. The ending is pretty sad, but overall, I highly recommend it. And it's filmed, like they all went to a stage and filmed it like a concert reading. So it's like professionally filmed. It doesn't feel like a YouTube virtual musical, which like sometimes those are great, but also sometimes it's great to watch actually live, I don't know, professionally filmed performances. So Breathe, a new musical, and my obsession this week is Reading the Letter.
Since I introed the episode, that means I get to close it too. First, Tara, happy birthday. You have been...
Birthday!
You are the heart of the podcast, and, you know, hopefully
Heart,
our virtual
soul,
birthday party...
brains, work, everything.
Everything. Hopefully our virtual birthday party was enjoyed by many people, and many people can celebrate your... Can I say your age?
You can say my age.
Your 27th birthday with us here by listening to this episode. But if you enjoyed today's episode and you want to listen to any of our other episodes, you can go anywhere podcasts are found and download. We'd love it if you would rate and review on Apple iTunes.
You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Off2BWAY Podcast with the number 2. And of course, if you are watching us here on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. And one more thing, if you, as you had listened to all of our podcast advice earlier in this episode, if you are now going to start your own podcast and need somewhere to host, we use Podbean. It's super convenient, super easy. And if you go to www.podbean.com/Off2BWAY, you can get a month free. And I think with that, we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.